Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another Dynamite review and Rampage ramp up. I'm Carly B. Oh, nope, my computer's being weird. There it is. I'm here with Connor tonight. Always a pleasure. We're going to do review last night's Dynamite it's at Arthur Ashe Stadium. I keep forgetting what it's called, Grand Slam. It
Yeah.
was a great night of wrestling. It was super exciting. I thought it was definitely pay-per-view worthy on TV. It was awesome. I had a great time watching. I had to watch it a little bit later because my husband got home later, but it was well worth the wait. Um, yeah, we'll start off the night. A lot of exciting things happened. The first match was Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I thought it was a good match. I think the longer I keep watching Jericho wrestle, the more it's all very predictable. I think Claudio is very predictable in my book too. And I think everybody kind of knows how I feel about Claudio. He's interesting, I guess. I don't really get the appeal behind the big swing, and um, I thought it was a good way to start the night. It was a little on the boring side for me, but I'm glad we got that out of the way first because there was a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I
Yeah.
was surprised though at the ending. I mean, overall, it wasn't a bad match by any means. I thought there were some good spots and the crowd was into it, but I mean, overall, would I give it my highest rating? No. It was a good big swing that Claudio did. It was one of his better ones.
Yeah.
I mean, almost got like emotion sick just watching it. Um, but I mean, the big upset was that Chris Jericho got the Ocho, which his AEW shop has the Ocho T-shirt, which I almost want to buy because I just think it's funny. Um, I don't know. I think I'd overall give that match a 6 or a 7. It wasn't great, but it was good, and it was a good way to start the night. What do you think, Connor?
I thought it was a good match. I wish Claudio would have won
I was
because now,
surprised. I really thought he was going to
because
win.
now all the champions are AEW guys except Dalton Castle and the boys.
Listen, I love Dalton Castle and the boys.
Like
I
they
would want to see
literally
them every week if it were possible.
like all the Ring of Honor champions they were. They just took the bus all off the originals and then put on AEW guys. Which Claudio was an ROH guy before he was WWE, but it was very shocking. I didn't predict Jericho to win. I
I
don't I
didn't
don't think a
either.
lot of I don't think a lot of people expected him to win. Like the year 2022, Chris Jericho wins the Ring of Honor World Championship.
I know.
It's gonna
It was
help them get their
surprising.
TV deal. You watch, just like he helped AEW get their TV deal. He's gonna.
I was wondering that too when he won it. Like, kind of what is the deal with Ring of Honor? Like, they don't have a show. I don't even know who like the Ring of Honor wrestlers are right now. All the belts are on AEW guys. It all seems up in the air. Do you know what the Ring of Honor deal is? Because I don't.
They don't know what I should be saying this because I'm not. I feel like they don't know what they're doing with it. Ever since Tony bought the company out, they've had two shows, and that's it.
Death Before Dishonor was really good.
Yeah, like that was their best one. They're gonna have another one. Well, if they do like the original Ring of Honor did, they have an event in December. Final Battle. They do that every year. So, but a lot of the ROH guys who were contracted have signed with Impact and
Mm,
WWE. So, and I know a lot of those ROH guys aren't going to wait around for Ring of Honor to start back up.
yeah.
I just hope it starts back up soon because I mean I like the ROH titles being featured on AEW, but I think it'd be better to have its own show.
There's such potential for Ring of Honor to be what NXT is to WWE, to be their developmental, to really be highlighted on its own show. But I think what Tony Khan has made clear is that Dark Elevation is AEW developmental, so I'm not in that Ring of Honor is its own separate entity. So I don't know. I'll be happy to see when there's more clarification on what Ring of Honor's whole
He said that there's going to be a weekly
deal is.
show. He said
Yeah.
that, but who knows when? Hopefully, like there's an announcement by the end of this year and it starts next year. But I don't see Warner Media going to want to pick up another show
Mm.
if they're getting the All Elite Women reality show. I don't see them going to want to pick up another one.
I just think maybe they should just put Dalton Castle and the boys on TV more. Would be
Yeah.
agreeable to me because I love them and they're great, and it's
So
just quality entertainment.
you'll like Rampage tomorrow then.
I love Dalton Castle.
He's
What
on
was
there
the
tomorrow
second
night.
match of the night? I forgot. Oh, that with the light.
I think it was it the Acclaimed and Swerved in Our Glory?
It was. Oh my god. I gotta fix my light. Oh my gosh. This podcast is a mess for me today. So it was the match I was most anticipating for the night. I was really super excited for the tag team match. I really, really wanted the Acclaim to win. You know, they had put on such a good match at the pay-per-view before that, you know, I was really hoping they could recreate that magic. I think we were talking in like our podcast group about, you know, moments that have the magic and getting that magic back. And it's kind of hard to explain sometimes what that is, you know, that you feel it in some matches. And, you know, I think anybody who's been a long-term wrestling fan can definitely pinpoint those moments that we all saw. You know, we had them as kids and that's what got us into wrestling. And, you know, we saw it when Hangman beat Kenny for the world title. You know, that was a magic moment. The crowd's into it. You're sitting at home acting like a dork, screaming on your couch. And I really felt like at the pay-per-view when the Acclaimed were fighting or wrestling for the championship belts, that magic was there for them to win and that Tony Khan should have called the audible.
Yeah.
And they lost. And they were trying to get that magic back. And I think they halfway succeeded. It was a great match. It was an exciting match. The crowd was into it, but it just wasn't quite there because we just watched it.
Like once you got something.
What's that?
Once you got something, it's hard to recreate it.
You can't just make it again.
Especially if you're trying to do it, like actually do it on purpose, like trying to top it, you're just not going to do it.
And I get it. Like they came close because the Acclaimed are that over right now and they're that much fun to watch and I love them. And I did yell on my couch like a dork when they won. My husband just shook his head because he loves Keith Lee. And you know, I think it was sad to see them lose the belts. Which is, you know, but I think they'll go on to do really great things individually. At least I hope they will. There's definitely that potential there. It was a great match. It was fun. It was exciting. You know, I think the Acclaimed have really improved in their in-ring abilities. You know, they made me believe that they could take down Keith Lee the way that they did. I was able to suspend my disbelief enough in that moment, and I'm always happy when I can suspend it like that. We saw it once. So, you know, it just didn't quite sparkle with the magic the way that I wanted it to. But I'm still psyched. I'm psyched they have the belts. They're homegrown talent. They're young talent. They're fun. They're entertaining. I want the black and pink shirt that I can't find anywhere. There's people in the front row wearing it. I don't know where it is. If you know where it is, let me know. It's not on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's not on the AEW shop yet. The black and pink one, just with the letters. We all know.
Might be. I know they sell like event exclusive stuff, like some shirts you can only buy at the events. So maybe that's one of them.
Yeah, I don't know. If anybody has one, they want to sell me, I will buy it. Let me know in the comments. All of our so many viewers. Overall, I'd give the match an 8 out of 10. It was a good match. Would you give it?
Yeah, Connor? I thought the match was a really. Can you hear me?
I can't. I don't know. I can't hear much today, but I think it's like mine. I don't know. Everything's falling apart on my end.
I thought the match was a really good match. It was definitely one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
But it didn't top the match at the pay-per-view, but it still was a good match. I was actually pulling for Keith Lee and Swerve to win this because I don't want
No.
I don't want the Acclaim's title reign to be short because whoever FTR, like whenever they get their title shot, they're gonna win.
Oh, you know it. And you know
And
they're coming for it.
like, there's always someone that can put that off, not giving them a title shot, being number one in the rankings for 3 months, no title shot. There's only so long they can avoid that. But maybe they're not gonna change that full year. But um,
I don't know. We saw the first inklings of it in that promo afterwards with the
yeah,
ass boys there.
yeah, some told me they're gonna do that to avoid them not going for the titles, and that's stupid in my opinion. But
They
I'm
can only do
glad.
it for so long.
But yeah, like they can only avoid them not going for titles for so long that I don't see how long they're gonna be able to avoid that because eventually gonna have to get a title shot. But I am glad the Acclaim won. And these two weren't a tag team when they first got to AEW. Tony Khan put these guys together himself.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm glad to see them win them because like this year they've really, really got over with the crowd. They're probably very big merchandise sellers, I would imagine.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I think for sure now.
but yeah, I was glad to see them win. I would have given the match 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was great. Not as good as the last one if you took the match just by itself. It was great.
Yeah,
Oh, what happened next? Is that when did we have the MJF promo? Because that was money.
that was should have been the next. I think it was the next segment after tag match.
Yeah. MJF
That
is
that one line
pure
he
gold.
he told I don't know how to say it without laughing. He told Wheeler Yuta, it's hard to do it with that straight face. He said, go talk to your pal Willie and learn how to pop pills.
God, some of the shit he says, I swear.
And then he said, well, you can't ask advice from Moxley because he's not all there. Like meaning to his, alcohol.
Oh, it's just he's such a jerk. But man, the crowd was chanting MJ. I mean, he used to get booed so bad, and now the crowd, I read something. It was like something from an interview I think MJF did about somebody asked him like what he did with his time after
Yeah.
he was done after the what I can't remember which even pay-per-view that was, but when he took his break. And he's like, I took my, girlfriend to Greece for a couple of weeks. And then he came back and he sat in his house for
Yeah.
3 months.
I heard about that. He just sat
And
there.
just sat there. He worked out in his house. He wasn't coming out. If people weren't going to pay, if there was my light again, if people were going to pay for MJF, then nobody was going to see him. They weren't going to get MJF. And he stuck to it. And man, did he. If he didn't make every single one of us realize his worth, I'll be damned. He is one of the best and he's so young and just damn.
And then
Wheeler Yuta's already kind of awkward when he talks. And he just made him, yeah. Poor Wheelie. Poor Wheelsy. I love MJF's nicknames for everybody. It just.
yeah. He a lot of people on Twitter is trying to get him canceled, but saying that he's a bully. He's been a bully since he got to AEW. Like that's not nothing new. But
Have you met MJF?
I've seen him up close, and he made fun of my uncle in a wheelchair. So
yeah, no, there was like I saw something on like one of the signings he was doing. He had like a sign up that was like no fatties, no blah blah blah,
yeah.
like this whole list. I'm like, oh god, like
I read this. I watched this
like that's
documentary.
terrible. But I just wouldn't go into his line. I just wouldn't go there. I would.
I watched this documentary one time, and he says that the reason he acts the way he does is that's the way he was treated in school. So he treats people how he was treated.
That's so sad.
Like this documentary was years ago, and he's grown a lot since that. But
I have teenage kids. I have kids in both high school and middle school, and it's like so accurate. Those kids are terrible. But geez, yeah. And then, well, we'll get to the main event where where we see MJF again. But what was the did we have the women's match next?
Pac and Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, that was such a good match. It slipped my mind. It was everything. It was a good night of wrestling. I knew Pac and Orange Cassidy would be a good match. They're both just quick and high flying, speedy wrestlers with really flashy moves that I really enjoyed watching them. Orange Cassidy had this one great moment where like Pac was going up to the top rope and he just like stuck his legs up in the air and I was like, you sassy bastard. That was a good one.
Their match at Revolution 2020 was very, very good. Like that was Orange Cassidy's very first real singles match when he first got to AEW. And that match was a very good match, and I don't know which one's better. Probably the one in 2020, but this match was a very, very good match. And Pac did cheat to win, but Pac's not a face right here.
With the ring. It was like the hammer to the bell.
Yeah. But he's not a face. He's not a heel. He's a bastard. So, but I'm glad that he retained the title because I hope Ethan Page wins it in Canada, because they're fixing to be in Canada and he's from Canada. So
I love Ethan Page.
I would, because even that Stokely guy said that Ethan Page wanted the challenge for the All Atlantic Championship. Well, they're fixing to be in Canada, so I feel like that would be a good place for him to win it.
How I feel about that whole weird faction they have.
Like the only person I like in that group is Ethan Page. Like he's I like Lee Moriarty.
I like Ethan Page a lot. I think he's hilarious. Yeah. I love when he just starts screaming at everything. It's great. It's money. I don't know how I feel about Morrissey. I still can't separate Big Cass and Enzo in my head from just that's how it should be. I know there was a bunch of drama about all that stuff back in the day, but in my mind, it's still just bada boom, realest guys in the room. That's all I can hear in my head. So when he comes out, nothing happens. My brain doesn't compute. I don't know. Every time he comes out, I'm like, he's 7 foot tall. My husband says you can't teach that. Like that's just what it is in my head. I don't know. It's stuck there forever. So
like when the AEW world title was vacant, because obvious stuff that happened. The All Atlantic Championship became my favorite title now. Like, I like how Pac's going to like all these different countries. Well, they put him on Dark, but he goes to all these different countries and he defends the belt.
It's cool.
But of course, he's not going to lose. But all those matches are good matches. He's, of course, All Out. Then he defends it in New York. I'm pretty sure he'll defend it in Canada because they're fixed to be there in a few weeks.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I love Ethan Page.
I think he should, if he's going to go for it, he should win it in Canada. And Sean Spears is going to be back when they go to Canada.
I was just saying, where's Sean Spears? I remember when they all came out for like Stokely's weird long speech thing. I was like, with MJF, I'm like, where the fuck is Sean Spears? Like, what?
He said that he was going to be there in Canada when they come.
I'm like, how is he not here for this? He was like MJF's main guy, and now he's hanging out with the ass boys. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah. But I would give that match a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I would too. It was definitely one of the better matches of the night. We had the girls match. The girls match was good. It was Athena, Toni Storm, Deeb. Love Deeb. And is that it? Oh, Britt Baker. It was a good match.
Yeah, I'm glad they're using Toni Storm like every week. Like she's been on Dynamite every week. Like they've consistently used her. In my opinion, she's the best women's signing they've ever made. Well, until someone debuted on this show, but so far, like I feel like she's the best signing of this year. She's put on a lot of good matches, and even at the Forbidden Door, her and Thunder Rosa was the only women's match, and they topped a lot of the men's matches that night.
I like Toni Storm. I'm going to be diehard Britt Baker forever. I know she's not like the best wrestler out of the women. I just think there's just something to be said for skills on the mic. Jade Cargill has it. Britt Baker has it. And like Thunder Rosa ain't got it, and that's kind of was very lackluster, and also the way that she was being used. It those two things combined made for a really kind of like championship, and also Tony's got the interim, which I hate the fucking
I'm just
interim.
ready
It's
for
the
Thunder
worst.
Rosa. I hope Thunder Rosa is ready for Full Gear and Tony can just win it there.
Yeah, but I
But she
also don't think
deserves.
Tony's like the most dynamic. She's not the most dynamic champion. She'll go out and wrestle. She wrestles good matches, but like, what else beyond that? Like I don't hear her talk a lot. I don't feel like the chemistry and like feuds. Like even her and Thunder Rosa's whole like, are they fighting? Are they friends? It didn't
Yeah,
have a lot of sauce. You know what I mean? It felt like dry
I,
spaghetti.
I just feel like she's their best sign because she can actually wrestle, and that's what AEW
Well,
had a problem with.
Athena is great on the mic.
Because like
Athena
they've
is
signed.
one of the best wrestlers in the women's division, in my opinion.
I'm just glad they signed someone like Tony Storm who can actually wrestle. Because they signed so many unexperienced women like Jade, Red Velvet, Kira Hogan, Marina
Yeah.
Shafir. Eventually,
Oh,
you got
God.
to sign.
You had to say
Eventually, you have to sign some experienced women. And I think Tony Storm will be better as the actual champion, not interim, which she should be the actual champion. But hopefully, she wins it at Full Gear, then she's the actual champion.
I'm already bored
Interim,
with
interim.
her championship title reign. I'm
Who?
already bored with it.
Who? Tony Storm?
Yeah.
Well, because interim.
It's already boring and she hasn't even officially won it yet. Then they're going to officially put it on her and I'm going to be even more
Yeah.
bored. I don't know. I like her. She's a great wrestler. She's good.
Yeah.
But where's the story? Where's my soap opera with it? That's why I watch wrestling. You get the story
She
and the
can,
wrestling.
from
And I
her
need
NXT UK, she could definitely cut a promo, but she hasn't really been given the opportunity to cut a promo really in
It's a
AEW.
big fault in the women's division is that they're not given the time to develop these stories or to cut these promos. Britt Baker does good ones and so does Jade, but like where is the story development? And that can't be the women's fault. You know what I mean? So
I think,
tell my
well,
story. I need the
Tony
drama.
Storm, yeah, Tony Storm won this match, and
She did.
Sarai,
She did. And it was a good win. It was a good win. There were some good moves. And Athena, when she had both the girls and flipped them over, and then poor Britt Baker's face, just I watched it and I didn't before I even knew she was bleeding. I was like, oh God, her nose, like her face is. So we definitely saw her bleeding after that. But yeah, so Tony Storm won, and then
Saraya, or you may know her as Paige, she officially debuted in AEW. She threw fans off because she was in it because she posted a picture. She was in the UK yesterday, and she was actually in New York, and like she even said that she had no plans to go to AEW.
I read that.
I like how they're able to look with a straight face and say they're not going. But I feel like I don't think she would have signed with AEW unless she was guaranteed a good run, and I think she'll be a very great coach for the women's division. I think she'd be better than Kenny Omega in the women's division because she's, in my opinion, she started the women's revolution in NXT. Like she was like the one that got them away from that diva era. I think. I feel like she was one that got them away from that.
Hope she
But
burned it.
I just want to see Saraya and Jamie Hayter. I don't care if it's a match
Oh my God, how good would that be?
because she looks like Jamie Hayter looks like the actor who played Paige in the movie. Fighting with
Oh
My
yeah,
Family.
Florence Pugh,
Jamie
who
Hayter
played her.
looks like her.
Yeah, no, I had read like I kept telling I was sitting with my husband. I'm like, she said she wasn't. She had no plans. I'm like, she had no plans to go to AEW, and I was shocked. And I wasn't expecting any big debuts. I know that they weren't really bringing anybody on. It was nothing that I heard in the rumors. Usually we get some inkling of something along the way. So it was a really solid surprise. We were just due for a good surprise, and it was exciting. That was awesome. So I'm like, what's gonna happen now? Which is exciting for the women's division, and maybe I'll get the story I'm looking for coming up.
Right now they have the opportunity to do that because the way they set it up at the end, they have a chance to actually tell a story. Because
Yeah,
I'm glad that Tony Storm's been wrestling every week and not, wrestle 1 week and then she's not seen for a few weeks, like how Thunder Rosa was.
that was so
Um,
unfair to her.
but I think Tony Storm can make a better champion than anyone they've had.
I think so.
But they just need to. I mean, she's put on a lot of matches with Penelope Ford, Thunder Rosa. Who else? I'm forgetting a few people. Both the 2 Fatal 4 matches All Out and last night. She's never been really given the opportunity to even be on the mic, really. Besides a few backstage
And that was the same
promos.
thing for Thunder Rosa, so it's unfair to say. It's really
the women rarely get a chance to have a promo in the ring, So very backstage.
I haven't seen a promo in the ring since when Britt Baker would come out and do hers.
Yeah.
To let Stokely sit out there and talk to us for 10 solid minutes about, I didn't even know what happened after that promo. I didn't know what he was going on about. Why'd I have to hear about the Ass Boys and Lee Moriarty? When they have a whole women's division with 2 belts that we don't hear shit about.
Stokely made that whole thing like it was a cult. Like the way he was talking and the way he was, like that was a cult. I really, that's more of a cult.
I'm like, what is this? What is happening?
But I think Saraya.
But you can't give Tony Storm a mic in the ring for 3 minutes?
I think Saraya is going to guarantee. I don't think she would sign with AEW unless she was guaranteed the women's division would go in a different direction. I don't think she would have signed.
Yeah, because it needs some direction. Period.
She's a very good coach, very good wrestler. Yeah, I'm really glad she's in AEW because that shocked everyone. I didn't. Like I said, there's no rumors, no anything.
Didn't see it coming.
And that's good because I like it that way because you don't know. Like you have an actual reaction, like not being spoiled by, oh, this person's been seen here. And
I love it. I like rumors as much as the next person because I like to open up presents early. I'm that kind of person. Yeah. But when you get a good surprise, oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
What was our final? That was right before the main event. Yeah. Which was Mox versus Danielson.
Yeah. That much was
exactly like what I thought a Mox versus Danielson match would look like.
Very hard-hitting match. Back and forth match. I didn't know who was going to win there because Danielson kept on kicking out over and over after paradigm shift. First he paradigm shifted him, then he kicked out again. Then he paradigm shifted him on the what do they call them? The like the ramp thing they had.
Oh yeah, that thing looked hard. Nobody used to kick out of the paradigm shift, and now they do all the time, and I hate it.
He did twice. He had to put Danielson to sleep to win, and I like that they had Danielson. He fought his heart out on that match.
Did.
I'm glad. I believe he will win the title. I hope he beats MJF for it, actually I hope Wardlow beats MJF for it since MJF stole his moment at Double or Nothing, he should beat him for the title.
I think so. I think Danielson's looking. Some of these guys are looking older, and I'm just like, man, we gotta give it to the young guys. You got Wardlow, you got MJF. It's time to. Although when it came to the match itself, like I would have been happy either way. I really thought Danielson was gonna win, and I thought it would have been well deserved, and I would have been happy about it. I wouldn't have been mad either way. I went into it, me and my husband were sitting there like, yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad no matter who wins. I thought it'd been nice though for Danielson to win just because, he's been doing some hard work for the company and, as well as Mox. So either way, it was a good match and I was going to be happy with the outcome anyway, because we know whoever wins is going to fight MJF.
I'm kind of glad Danielson didn't win it because he'd have just lost it just like
I don't want
that.
to say that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't want to see him lose to MJF.
Yeah, just like that. Um,
No.
but I think Danielson will win it at least once. I think he'll win it. But that was a good match. I honestly have to give it a 10 out of 10 because I didn't know who was going to win. Because when Moxley paradigm shift him on the ramp, they broke it when, like you see when they cracked it.
Yeah.
Like he did that, rolled him back into the ring and still didn't get the pin. And like MJ, like I thought someone was gonna come out because like when they kept showing MJF on the screen and stuff, like he was talking to someone on the phone, so I didn't know if that was Sean Spears or someone was fixing to call someone or what.
Now you knew that match. It was a Blackpool Combat Club match. It was going to go 100% clean, and I think that's the way MJF would have wanted it too. You know, like because he's going to go dirty in his match no matter what happens. But the highlights for it, were MJF's facial expressions throughout the thing. I thought that was pretty genius, cutting back to him throughout the match. It was a good match. It was a great match. I'd also give it a 10 out of 10. It was exactly what I expected. Going in, not knowing not even being able to guess who the clear winner was going to be. And then all the way up until the very end, I was like, holy shit, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I would have wanted from a main event for the world title. And it's undisputed 100%. I feel relieved CM Punk is gone. There's a sense of relief, and it's sad that the Young Bucks and Kenny aren't there. And I think that's kind of where I'm at with the end of this whole wrapping up of the situation.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about that, the Young Bucks, and because there's also we don't even know about it. That's probably never going to come to the light of day.
And I think it's better that way. I think. We have short memories in the wrestling world, and also long ones too. I think it's easy to move on week from week. We'll forget what happened a month ago, and keep going with the stories, but also remember what happened 10 years ago. So it's nice. It's nice to move on and feel that sense of relief and now have some closure on who has who is the world champ. It'll be nice when we don't have an interim women's champ, but for right now, having that settled after this tournament and seeing Mox as the world champ. Poor Renee probably wants to go on vacation.
I bet if he's probably gonna lose it at Full Gear MJF, then he probably takes his vacation after Full Gear. I bet.
Yeah, that'll be good for them. I'll be glad. But Mox deserves it. He's truly the ace of AEW, and it's nice to see it come to a resolution. And just in the way that it did, it was just clean match, great competition, excellent ending in front of 20,000 fans. Like you couldn't have asked for a better match.
Yeah, it was. This Dynamite was definitely one of the best of the year.
It was a pay-per-view, man. Like I would have been happy if I paid $50 for that.
Yeah, it was definitely. I wish I'd do a pay-per-view there, like an actual pay-per-view. So
yeah, it looked cool. The lights coming in, like shots from down by the ring, like it was just like visually a really great arena.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very good event. Then we got a live, well, it's not live Rampage, but a 2-hour Rampage.
2 hours.
Rampage Grand Slam. Like that, like 8 or 9 matches on that thing.
I know. They were like going. Excalibur was going through them. I'm like, what the hell? It's a lot of matches. Then I remember it was 2 hours. And I don't remember any of them except for what was the one I was really looking forward to. No, I don't remember. You have to tell me all of them.
I know Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy, which is dumb now. There is the Battle Royal, Hook and Action Bronson versus.
Yes.
Who were they going against? 2.0.
Cool Hand, Luke. Wait, I can't remember.
2.0.
No, not Cool Hand, Luke. Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, and Daddy Magic, Matt Menard versus Action Bronson and Hook. I can't tell you how excited I am for this. I tell everybody. Action Bronson is a rapper, but he has this great show on Hulu. It's about food. It's called Fuck That's Delicious. Go watch it. It's amazing. He's hilarious. He does Hook's music. I can't believe this all came together. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm the only one. I hope everybody else gets excited too, because it's going to be awesome.
They first got Jade versus Diamante. Jade's gonna win that in like 2
Who's
minutes.
Diamante?
She
Explain it to me
like
like I'm 5.
She her and Eva Lise won the women's tag team cup like in 2020 or something.
In what promotion?
AEW.
Oh.
But she's not really done anything really. She's not even won any matches to really get a title shot, but it is what it is. It's probably going to be a 2-minute match anyways. Wardlow and Samoa Joe teaming up against Tony Nese and Josh Woods. It's really
Joe.
Yeah, it's really weird seeing them team up, and hopefully we get a match between these two for the TNT title.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I was just thinking that, like, where are we going with the TNT title right now?
I hope it. Well, he might have been injured in the match. I hope that's not true though. They don't need an interim TNT. I don't want to see that. What else am I forgetting?
Don't put that in the universe. Don't put that out there.
Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston. Sting and Darby versus two of the Buddy Matthews and Brody King.
That's right.
I can't think of any more. There's a lot of matches right there.
That's a lot of matches. I think it'll be a good night of wrestling.
Yeah, I'm glad it's a 2-hour Rampage. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on tomorrow because I'm getting my wisdom teeth cut out.
Ooh.
Or like one of them. I got 2 different appointments to get one pulled out, then another appointment. So I don't know how I'm going to be feeling tomorrow, but I think Aiden will be taking over tomorrow, just in case. So
I will try my best to be on. Fridays are always a little iffy for me. I do try to be here. I am trying to be here every week for the review. Got a lot of health issues going on right now, which has definitely kept me from the podcast, which sucks. I'm looking at a couple of surgeries in the future. So, it's kind of what's been going on with me, to all the people out there. But I am doing my best to come and join you guys because I love doing this podcast, especially with Connor. Wait, no, there you are. Especially with Connor, who is my good friend. So we will hopefully be here tomorrow. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got for rumors, Connor.
Like I was just about to say that I can't think of anything of rumor wise.
That's good. It's a good thing when we don't have rumors.
I guess what could be rumor is someone AEW might, or CM Punk or AEW might buy out his contract and he's not coming back. I don't know. I guess that's a rumor. I don't know.
He's injured anyway, so
yeah, he'll be out for 7 to 9 months anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So there's not really any rumor besides that.
I don't have anything for rumors right now.
Yeah.
I got tickets to go to live Rampage at Mohegan Sun. That's not really a rumor, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Did you get tickets to go for something recently?
I went to like All Out previously.
Oh yeah. That's right. All right. Well, Grand Slam has been exciting, and we should. I almost think we should review the Rampage just because it was so fun. But maybe we could do that on Monday.
Yeah, that would be good.
2 hours and there's a lot of matches.
Yeah, that'd be good. I wish it was a normal thing, 2 hours every week.
Me too.
I just see the card like that good. We could be getting that every week.
I know. It would make it more worth it for the fans to go to the live Rampages, and I think you could do more stuff with the women's division and develop some more stories and, all that fun stuff. So,
yeah.
I don't know. That would be really cool if they did, especially since they're doing more live Rampages now.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of live Rampages here coming soon.
I know. That's the one I'm going to, where it's a live Rampage. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's really good like this one. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, Connor, that's all I got for today.
Yeah, that sounds about everything.
Thank you for joining me as always, and we'll see you guys back next week. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Find us on Twitter. Thank you to our 2 people who watch us on Twitch. We appreciate you. And thank you to everybody who comments on our stream tonight. We do read them like immediately after, even though we don't read them on the air. We do. I swear we read them all. So we'll see you guys back tomorrow night for Rampage. Probably not me and Connor, but somebody will be here. Bye.